Hey you! Welcome to the Best of Luxury Beauty 2021 week, where each day I'm sharing with you different categories dedicated to the best of in luxury beauty for 2021. Today we're going to focus in on foundations and concealers. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first foundation that we're going to talk about is one that is truly intended to enhance you, not to mask you, and not to make you feel like you're wearing a ton of makeup and it's good for you type of makeup. I'm talking about the WESTMAN Atelier Vital Skin Foundation Stick. WESTMAN Atelier is the definition of luxury clean beauty. You're truly getting the full-on luxurious experience, minus all of the things that are not the greatest for you in makeup. And they do it really well. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. Love all the little details. Magnetic closure, such attention to detail, practicality, functionality, and such beautiful little details. Like, look right here under the cap, you've got the name and the little gold trim here. Packaging A+. Now, WESTMAN Atelier is clean ingredients through and through. This foundation is said to contain antioxidants and other ingredients that are going to help calm your skin, reduce redness, even out the complexion, and give you moisture. Now, the finish on this foundation is definitely on the more natural end with Radiance. A product like this is truly intended to just apply where you need it and just let your skin be its skin. Let it be great. I've been able to apply this foundation multiple different ways, with a sponge, with a brush, and even with my hands. I really enjoy that with this. Less is more. It's not something you want to stripe on your face, because then it's going to feel heavy. Start where I need it most and then blend it away. And it's just flawless and beautiful and wears really well. So in 2021, the WESTMAN Atelier Vital Skin Foundation Stick was a go-to for me. It was something I wanted to grab because it was easy, it looked beautiful, and it didn't take a lot. It didn't take a lot of effort. It didn't take a lot at all. And it always allowed my skin to look like skin, and it felt really good on the skin all day. With this foundation, I most always set it with just a little bit of powder, a very light dusting, mostly in my T-zone, because I want to enjoy the radiance, the very natural radiance that it gives to your skin, because it just allows your skin to look like very healthy skin. And I kind of just focus the setting powder that I may use that day. I dust a little on the T-zone because of my skin type. But overall, it wears really beautifully. It's very fuss-free, very easy, and always looks super, super natural. So this next foundation product is the newest foundation product for me. This is something I started using towards the end of the year, but it is something that I can't stop. I'm reaching for it all the time. It's one of those products that you can just apply like skincare. You can apply with your fingers and you can just go about your business. It's super fuss free. So the foundation I'm talking about is the new Sisley Phyto-Teint Nude. This is a water-infused, oil-free foundation. Isn't the packaging so pretty? That's one thing I really like about the packaging. And it is like a squeezy tube, but what's really nice is the top, you can click it closed, because when I was like, oh no, it might be messy, but no. You just click the top close and it's really, really fuss-free, mess-free type of thing. What I really enjoy most about this is how skin-like it is, and it's literally something that once you put it on, you're smoothed, you're enhanced. It gives you just a little bit of coverage to kind of, you know, just smooth away your imperfections so you look like you tried a little. That's when I use it with my fingers. I have used it with a brush and you get just a little bit more, but it is definitely something that's a little bit more on the sheer side, a little bit more on the lighter coverage side. Perfect for your everyday. This is said to have a subtle satin finish, and I can agree with that. I find it to be just very natural looking. It's not going to give you a lot of glow. It's not going to give you a matte or flat look. It's just looks like your skin and extremely undetectable. Like, I remember the first time I was wearing it and I wore it without saying anything to my husband, and I was just like, I'm gonna see if he notices that I did anything. And I remember he's like this close to me. He's like looking at me and he's trying to figure it out. Because, you know, he knows I'm always testing things out, trying things out, and I'm always asking his opinion. And I remember him saying to me, he's like, "You're wearing makeup? I can't tell." And I was like, well, you know, I technically am, but it's not supposed to look like it. I find that my family sometimes can be a little too honest, which I appreciate, but for him not to be able to detect that it was makeup was a plus for me. Hey, it's Mo from the future. I forgot about this particular product only because it was in my bathroom, in my makeup bag in the bathroom. This is where I keep my everyday products that I always reach for, and it slipped. It slipped. So forgive me. But I have to mention this. Yibu Beauty. This is the Mooncast Multitasking Tinted Moisturizer. Oh my goodness. This, like the Sisley, is something that I like to reach for every day. Put it on with your hands. It's like a moisturizer with a little bit of color so that you can just feel, you know, refreshed and skin smoothed. This wears beautifully. I remember when I first got it, I did a Instagram wear test. I shared it in a favorites. I shared it in a testing new makeup. This is amazing. It's not a lot of coverage. It's, as it sounds, it's a tinted moisturizer, but it's just enough to smooth your skin and just leave you looking refreshed and blurred and just beautiful, beautiful skin. Just enough. Just enough. And I reached for this so much in 2021, and I'm looking forward to what else they'll be coming out with this year. So the Yibu Beauty Multitasking Tinted Moisturizer, it's gotten so much love, and I look forward to more from the brand. All right, back to past Mo, where we're talking about the other foundation products. So this next product, I kind of with it a little bit, but I really enjoyed it so much, and I used it so much in 2021 that it just was only right to share. This is the CHANTECAILLE Future Skin Cushion Foundation. Beautiful packaging. It is refillable, and it does come with 2 of the little foundations. I did vlogs in 2021, like, yeah, me. And I wore this in a couple of vlogs so that you could really see how easy it wore and looked outside and just, you know, carrying on about my day. And it's a product that wears so beautifully and just looks so nice. This is a product that blends foundation with anti-aging ingredients. I'm all for it. Prevention, right? This is a water-based foundation with smoothing and anti-pollution skincare. So it feels good when you're using it, and you can definitely see how smooth and just very natural it looks on the skin. And I found this to have really good long wearing. Like, it just looked good for a long period of time. And again, I live in a very humid climate. It's always really hot here, but this performed so well. Now, with that said, I felt like I went through this a little quicker than I'd like to admit. I have tried other cushion foundations, and I mean, maybe it's just a cushion foundation thing, but I feel like I went through it a lot faster than I would like. And continuing on, if you're liking today's video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Appreciate it so much. And hey, drop a comment down below. Let me know. What was your favorite foundation in 2021? Okay, so the next foundation that we're going to talk about is, oh, and just to be clear, I still love my Future Skin, like, love it. Love it. That's how much I love it. I use it a ton. But I did mention it, you know, last year and throughout the year, so I didn't want to overdo it. Okay. This next foundation, it's my only foundation like it. And I never really thought that I would. There was one like it years and years ago by Christian Dior that I loved, but then I don't know if they stopped making it or just something happened. But when I discovered this one and found it, I reach for this foundation so much. And again, all of these foundations we're talking about are in rotation. You know, you have your moods where you just want a little something, and the moods where you want a little bit more, or you just want to look like this, and you know that one's gonna let you look like that. So that's why we have all the variety. And I try a lot of makeup, so it's nice, you know, to share the ones that really, you know, stuck. Anyhow, I'm talking about the Lumière Soft Moisture Powder Foundation with an SPF of 30. Yeah. Now, as it sounds, it does give your skin a little moisture coming from a powder. It does not leave your skin looking dry or cakey in any way. It looks very natural. There have been powder foundations that when you look upon your skin, even for someone who doesn't shave their face, because I know a lot of people say if you shave your face, your foundation and your products will look super smooth. I don't do that. And this still looks really good on my face. Like, it doesn't look detectable. It's just super smooth, and this gives a magical blurring effect to the skin. I'm still a huge fan of my liquid foundation from Lumière. Like, this is going nowhere. This is always going to be repurchased and be in my collection. This is a new bottle. Hey! If you like the liquid, you'd like the powder. You'd be surprised because it's like, it's not what you're expecting. Because I don't know, I feel like some powder foundations, you think, oh, it's powder foundation, it's going to look like makeup, it's going to look cakey. No, Lumière said, hang tight. This is buildable coverage. I want to say I can take this to about a light medium comfortably without it looking, and it's something that you can build upon. And I have always used the sponge. I've washed the sponge a couple of times and it cleans up fine, which is definitely something you want to do. But the sponge, there's something about when you use the sponge. Upon first swipe with the sponge, you look like a filter. Beautiful in every single way. But I have gone in with a big fluffy brush just to dust all over for the days when I want to keep things light, and it looks beautiful. Obviously with the brush, that big buffing brush, you're gonna get a little bit less coverage. It's just more so to just smooth things over. Looks phenomenal. Texture on this has a silky-like texture. It's very smooth and creamy and feels just like that on your skin. Very, very comfortable to wear, and it wears really well for long periods of time. This is something I can wear from when I'm first getting ready at, you know, super early in the morning until all the way at night when it's done. I'm done. I really don't have a lot of complaints with it. It really performs as it should. For a powder foundation that's not going to leave you looking cakey, that's going to leave your skin looking like healthy skin, just smoothed and perfected, this has done me so well, and I reach for it a ton. And yes, I have 2 of them. You guys will notice that. Whenever something's great and amazing, I'm going to have multiples because I can mix them. I can use it in the winter, use it in the summer. It's amazing stuff. This next one, I was really excited about when it first came out because it's a product that came out years ago and then they kind of went away, and then they came back, and they came back like seriously, and woo. And yeah, they're still going pretty strong, and it is the Gucci foundation. Now this is called the Fluid de Beauté. This is a natural finish fluid foundation. Beautiful packaging, yeah? It's got that millennial pink, very simple glass packaging. It's luxe, it's nice, it's Gucci. This has more coverage, like a lot more, and that's the foundation I'm wearing today. I mean, you know, it was a Gucci kind of day. Hey. This is said to be medium coverage, but I find this to be more than medium. I feel like it's medium to full. It builds, it's thin, it's like a lightweight gel-like texture. I used the sponge today because I did not want, I wanted to shear it out a little bit so that my skin would look like skin. So here it is close. She's a natural finish type of girl. It's not going to give you a lot of glow, and it's not going to be matte. It's just a very true natural finish type product. This got so much use in 2021 because for the days when I wanted more, for the days when I was filming, for the days when I was going out to dinner with my husband, I just wanted to be a little extra glam, I use this a ton, and what I really enjoy, like any other foundation, I could share it out. I could just use a little bit less and share it out. Its shade range on this is wow, like they really did that. They did it a little too good, like to the point where I had a hard time picking a shade. My initial review video was, the shade was a little dark, but it was okay. But you see, I like having that problem because that means so many of us are able to try the product, and Gucci did that. Gucci did that, and they're not stopping, okay? And the primer is fantastic too. I just didn't use it as much, and that's why I didn't make it in my primer video, but the primer is really good, and I am wearing primer today. Yeah, that's the Gucci foundation. Gucci is not playing around. Gucci is just like, yeah, here you go. Knocked it out the park, works beautifully on the skin, wears amazing, very comfortable. Yeah, Gucci foundation. Used her a ton in 2021. Okay, so this next foundation had me so excited in 2021. Like, it was not even funny. With good reason, because it conquered the Tom Ford shade and Illuminate. This is a completely finished bottle. Look at this packaging. Super luxe. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Beautiful. Just through and through. You know I'm a Tom Ford girl. This is a medium to full coverage foundation, but this is another product that I got so much use out of because of the fact that I could sheer it out, use a little bit more, and build it up. This was a foundation that looks so skin-like while giving you that good fuller coverage, giving you more. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, most foundations that give you more coverage tend to look like you're wearing makeup. This does not. I was able to build this up and wear it all day, and it still looked like skin. Along with it being very comfortable on the skin and lightweight, this does have that lavender scent, but thankfully it dissipates rather quickly. I'm not the biggest fan of lavender. I'm not. I'm more of a frankincense, natural oil type of girl. That's the one I choose. But it does have a little bit of a scent. Thankfully that it does dissipate, because that, you know, may have been a deal breaker for me. This is said to give 3-dimensional soft focus radiance to the skin. And I have to say, yeah, because, I mean, I kind of sort of also feel like that's a fancy way of saying natural with a little radiance. Because it looks so natural, just a touch of radiance, just enough, not too much, just enough. In the most elegant, sophisticated Tom Ford way. This is also said to have some skincare stuff in there too. I used the whole entire thing. I don't know if I really noticed much, but you know, that's in there. What's also really awesome is this has an SPF of 50. Don't ever depend on your foundations for SPF, but I'm just saying, it's nice to have a little extra, you know, why not? So obviously 2021 was a good year for me, and the Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation was SPF of 50 because I used the whole entire thing. Money well spent, money that has already been spent to repurchase another, because this is just probably the best Tom Ford foundation I have ever tried, and I've tried them all. Yes, I have. But yeah, one of the best in 2021 for sure. I don't have many products per se in the complexion department from this brand, and this one in particular sparked my attention, caught my eye, because of the fact that it's skincare and then makeup, and it's from Chanel. This is the Sublimage l'essence et détente. I don't know this one. I hadn't tried a Chanel foundation for a while, like a really long time. You guys gave me the best recommendations, and I ended up going with this one. It is beautiful, like in so many ways. Whenever I wear this, my skin just looks different. Different in the most beautiful way. It's like, I don't have perfect skin. I try my best to, you know, take care of myself, eat well, be active, hydrate with, you know, good water, you know, all the things. This, like, I feel like this is magical. It's just one of those things that performs so beautifully for me. And I, you know, for not trying a Chanel foundation for so long to then picking this one up and just like we hit it off rather quickly, it was really good. So packaging is beautiful. Pump, glass, you know, very Chanel, very beautiful. This is something that I feel like it almost just melts and melds into my skin, and I kind of forget that I'm wearing it. It's super lightweight. It gives a little bit of radiance. So I want to say a natural finish with radiance. This is a medium buildable coverage type foundation. It's something that if you go in with a brush, you'll get a little bit more. Go in with a sponge, you get a little bit less. That's my preferred way of using it, with a sponge, just so that I can let my skin look like skin and be comfortable and just be smoothed and evened and, you know, diminish my imperfections and forget that I'm wearing it, because you truly forget you're wearing this because it's so comfortable. Now, Chanel stuff has a little bit of a scent, but it's not too bad because it's pleasant, thankfully, and it dissipates. I feel like I don't hear about this foundation very much, but it's like a gem. It's a gem, and it works beautifully and looks amazing on the skin. Okay, onto the category of concealers. Now, I just want to let you know, concealer is something I wear every single day, regardless if I am wearing anything else. I have to have concealer. And the best part about concealer is that you can just start where you need it and blend it away and just use a little everywhere else, kind of like foundation, but not, just to, you know, hide the little imperfections. That's how I use concealer, and concealer is a staple, and concealer is something I have the most of. Like, I'm always trying new concealers, but then I always have the ones that I'm always reaching for. But I love concealer. Concealer is amazing. It's like a magical thing. Kind of gonna sort of keep it as short as possible to the point, because I could sit here and talk about all these concealers forever, but then we would be here forever. And I want you to come back tomorrow as we continue the Best of Beauty Week. All right, let's get into it. The first one, let's start, is by Terry. This is the Terrybly Densiliss Concealer. This is skincare, so it's a serum infused concealer. Lightweight serum, you know, skincare feeling, nourishing type product. Gives good coverage. It, you know, it hides the imperfections. I can blend it with my finger. I can blend it with a sponge, and it wears beautifully. Set and unset, because sometimes not setting your concealer is a good idea. It looks better. It just looks better because your skin is able to move and your lines are able to move, and it doesn't settle in those lines and look, ugh. It wears really beautifully. This is a luminous finish with, I want to say, like medium coverage. It's not full coverage, but you can take it there if you want to and not worry about it looking heavy or feeling it on the under eye. So that's the by Terry Terrybly Densiliss Concealer that I rediscovered in 2021. Now this next by Terry concealer, it's new. It came out this year and I was just like, yeah, I had to try it. And it's the by Terry Hyaluronic Hydra-Concealer. The Terrybly Densiliss is more of a traditional doe foot concealer versus the Hyaluronic Hydra Concealer. This is a click pen with a brush applicator. This too has the benefits of an eye cream mixed in with a makeup product. It brightens, it hydrates, it lightly blurs, and it wears really beautifully. This is something I find to have just a little bit less coverage than the other one from by Terry, but still really great for the everyday and wears beautifully for really long periods of time. Now this is said to have a luminous matte finish. It's one of those that you're like, wait, how can you be matte and luminous? But it works. I kind of just feel it looks natural. You know, that's just my humble opinion. This is another one I was super excited about, but you know, it's maybe because I'm a Tom Ford girl. I really enjoy his products. I can kind of know that I'm going to get the super sophisticated, natural, beautiful look I'm going for with his products. Majority, not all, but majority, you know what I mean? So, the Shade and Illuminate Concealer. Yes, this beauty. This is good coverage, like serious coverage. This is also something that I have found myself reaching for on my everyday because I share it out a little bit. So it's not so much glam. But then it's also really nice because then I can, you know, go for a little bit more coverage for when I, you know, I need it, I want it. Depends on the mood, what I got going on. But this is a product perfect for that. And as it says, it's got a little bit of luminosity to it with it being Shade and Illuminate. So it gives a little bit of a radiance to the skin while evening you out and just smoothing, lightweight, very comfortable, looks amazing for hours, like hours. And I remember in my dedicated video, I got super close. You saw all my imperfections, and this baby did not do me wrong at all. And like the foundation, the packaging is an A+, super luxe. Feels it in the hand. You can just feel substantial in the hand. It's got that beautiful doe foot. Stunning through and through. It's said to be waterproof. I haven't tested that theory. But it does have good staying power. And this is like a medium buildable coverage. This too is also infused with hyaluronic acid, so you can get that nice, comfortable wearing moisture on the under eye that we all love so much. This was a new discovery towards the end of the year, but it needed to be included because, yeah, it was that good. And it's not a new product, but it's so good that I already ordered another one because, yeah, I need it. Like, this is a staple. This is becoming a staple. And I'm not looking to replace anything because, like I said, I use concealers all the time and I rotate them in every single day. So concealer is something that I go through. But there are a few that stick out. And this stuck out. This is the Sisley Stylo Lumière. It's one of these little guys, like the pen. And you twist up and you just... Now here's the thing with this. This doesn't give you a lot of coverage. But it gives you enough to where you're brightened and covered at the same time. And it's so lightweight. I just dab it with my finger, blend it, and I'm gone. I don't set it a lot of times and it wears so good. It doesn't look like there's anything on my under eye, and I love it for that. It's just so easy, super easy and convenient. And with it being Sisley, you know, it's going to have good for your skin ingredients, botanicals, and, you know, all the things. Love this. This is a new discovery that quickly became a favorite, like super quick, to the point where I had to grab another one. Yeah. Yes, please. This next product, it's a fun product, and I like this brand a lot because it's very minimal. It's very, I don't want to have a ton of products. So I want what I have to do the most. This brand is literally speaking, like, you know, that's the language they're speaking. I'm talking about Wander Beauty. This is called the Dualist Concealer. Cute name, right? So one end is a full coverage stick. Okay. Super creamy, lightweight, beautiful. And then the other end is your traditional concealer, okay? It's got the little doe foot, and this one is a little bit more luminous, okay? The stick is said to be matte. It's matte, but not in a drying type of way because it's so creamy. It blends really beautifully with the finger. I like using both at the same time. I'll go in with the stick for just a little bit more coverage and just blend it with my finger. Obviously, you don't need a lot. You just need a little. Blend it with your finger. And then you go in with the liquid and just kind of everywhere else. Work beautifully together. Look really, really great on the skin. And feel really comfortable all day. It's a no fuss grab. You have 2-in-1 to get the most out of your product with your products with Wander Beauty. And this product performs beautifully. This next product is very important to me. And I love using it. Like, this is the product I use with all of the other concealers. This is not a product I use alone. This is a product that is truly skincare over everything else, okay? And it is, because you're like, okay, what is it, Mo? Hurry up. It's the La Prairie Skin Caviar Perfect Concealer. Here she is. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done with it. Yeah, it looks like I'm almost done because I can feel it. It's lighter than when I first got it. Packaging is stunning, okay? on so many levels. And it does have this little thing at the... No, don't do it. Yeah, that's not enough for me. But the actual product is beautiful. I mix it with all of my concealers. I always put it on the center portion of my eye to brighten and to give me a little bit more of like that skincare, because it just allows all of the other concealers to have a little bit of brightening and a little bit more just mixture, because sometimes my concealers are my skin tone and I want a little brightening and I want a little skincare and I want all of the benefits of the caviar that's infused in the La Prairie, and I get that with this. The overall performance is there, along with the benefits of the skincare infused in the makeup, because that's what La Prairie is. La Prairie is a skincare brand, and they just have a few makeup products, which is ideal, because when your skin is just good, you don't need a lot of makeup. You just want to enhance what you already have, and they cover that for me. Next up is my Sisley concealer. This is the Phyto. I'm not even going to try to say it. It's their concealer, the one in the tube. It comes with a little brush. It's a squeezy. It's got a little cooling applicator that I always make sure to clean, because this can get messy really quick and ew. But it has that cooling tip, so that when you put it on the under eye, it helps depuff, and it's very soothing. Wow, this concealer is so good, like so natural, so lightweight. This is undetectable. This is some undetectable stuff. Like, yeah, I reached for this so much, all the time. Beautiful product, wears beautifully, looks so nice. I don't have to set it. It's very comfortable. Stunning, stunning, just stunning. This one was a surprise for me. Like, I hadn't even heard of this brand. It wasn't on my radar until it was. And I was introduced to the brand by Britt Clark. It's Hailey's Beauty. This is their Rewind Blurring Full Coverage Concealer. That describes the product to a T. Packaging is nice. It, too, has the cooling tip applicator, which, you know, you gotta make sure you keep it clean. Make sure you keep that clean, you know what I mean? And you're good. You're good. But this gives such good coverage and just smooths your skin when you put it on. You're just like, whoa. And this is something I love wearing on its own, just putting it and then blending it away and then, you know, spotting wherever I feel the need. And it works really well with the powder that we talked about in the best of primers and powders. Yeah, this brand, I actually am looking forward to more products from them, because everything I've tried so far has been really good. So you're getting full coverage, that blurring effect, that lightweight, wears beautifully all day. You can set it, you cannot set it. It has a spherical diamond powder with a matte finish. So I just want to say it looks pretty natural. It looks pretty natural when you're all done. Smooth, blurred, perfected, concealed, ready to take on the day. Good, good stuff from Hailey's Beauty. Last but not least, of course, and hey, if you've made it this far, thank you so much. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Let me share all these things with you. But yeah, last but not least, I have my CHANTECAILLE Le Camouflage Stylo. Yeah, it's that serious with this one. This one is pretty serious. Like, yeah, so let me take the one that's full. So this one, that's the packaging. It's a click top with a little brush, and I like it. Just be careful when you first get it and you're clicking to make the product come. It'll surprise you, like, ooh, hey. But this is beautiful. Skincare infused, because it's Chantecaille. It's got really good benefits for the under eye. It's got the caffeine, like an anti-fatigue ingredient. You know, the good things you want for your under eye, so you look awake and brightened and beautiful. This is not a lot of coverage, though. This, and I want to say this, are my lightest, well, the La Prairie too, are the lightest of coverage, because they're more skincare focused. But even with that, you do get a good amount of coverage, so that so that you can wear it comfortably on its own or with makeup. And it's very, very, very natural. And it's something that I love just applying and just blending out with my fingers. And it just pulls you together and you just look and feel amazing. This is said to have light reflecting pigments that blur the skin. I find it to be just a very comfortable, very natural, healthy under eye kind of product. I love it so much. Obviously, I mean, yeah. What did I think I used 3 this year. Yeah, I used 3 this year. I know. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's it. I do have more concealers, okay? But these are the ones I really went in with, okay? Like, honorable mention, the Dior. This is like foundation in a concealer, okay? Good coverage, super thin and lightweight, and you could literally just use this as a foundation for the days where you just kind of want to focus and just, you know, good coverage, lightweight, very, very beautiful. But I didn't use this as much in 2021. I used it, but not as much as the other ones. But this is a good honorable mention because, yeah, this is good stuff. Okay, now that's it. Yes. That's it for today's video. I will see you tomorrow as we continue on in the Best of Beauty 2021 week. Stay beautiful, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.